day you gonna start it off? Siblings
Siblings
Unscripted is
Unscripted.
back again. See, that's how you started off. That's how you started off. But
That's how
anyway,
you started off.
we back with another episode. Siblings Unscripted. This time we got a special topic. We're talking about how I made YouTube partner on this platform. Some of the things I did. She has some questions. I'm gonna answer whatever questions she got. I got some knowledge about being a content creator. I'm going to provide that to you guys. So if you having any difficulties or you have any type of questions, any type of insight that you would like to know how to become a YouTube partner, I got you. There's no gatekeeping over here. I let everybody know what I did. Just a small disclaimer, what I did might not work for you, but you may be able to find another way to do it better than me, and you may become even more successful or just like me, and that's totally okay as well. So take what I say with a grain of salt, but apply it to your
Right.
your journey, and you see how it works out, because I'm one of a kind. My hustle is my hustle. My discipline is my discipline, and you can't be like rich black man. Okay, you can't not be like me. I'm different. I'm built
Okay, here we
different.
go.
Right, let's go. What you
All
got for
right.
me? What you got?
So here we go. So congratulations to you. I think you said about August the 12th or so you made partners. So
Right.
luckily for me as your sister, I've been on this wild ride journey with you, right? So I was, in the background scenes of it, honestly, is
Mm,
very interesting to see. So I've been with you for the whole way. So in January, you put out a
mm-hmm.
video of goals that you wanted to do and things like
Right.
that, and you pretty much stick with it. You explained to me what you wanted to do, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions because, like, a lot of people are wondering what you do, and it kind of ties into what you're helping me do. So let's
Mm,
just put it all out there in the forefront, because I'm gonna just say this, right, and your comments might heat up a little bit with me saying this. You have people or a person who likes to come in your stream and compare themselves to you, and then when you give them constructive criticism, they don't want to listen. So they say, that's not what I want to do. Now,
right.
even with me, like, you'll give me hints and tips and stuff like that. And one of the things that I can say is, for the most part, I listen and it works, right? So I'm along my way, and I feel like I'm on a speed track because of you, because you're very aggressive when it comes to content, right? I'll be
Right.
working hard for you over here, working hard for you to work for myself, right?
Right.
So let's just start in the very, very beginning. So you officially became YouTube partner around August the 12th, but you wanted to do it around January, right? So that was your goal of the year. I saw the video,
Right.
I watched it back before we did this, and you put it out there in the atmosphere, and kudos to you, proud of you, all of that. So I have to ask, right, before you even did that,
Mm.
did you feel like a pressure to become partner once you made that video?
When I first made that video, back in January of 2025, to me that was kind of like my coming out party to really taking YouTube serious, because I had this YouTube page for quite a long time. It just haven't really had any activity on it until January 2025. I decided, hey, I'm going to become a YouTube partner, or I'm going to do a little bit better on YouTube, or I was going to continue to branch out my content on all these different platforms. Because just a little backstory, as a content creator, I've been on multiple platforms already. I've been on Mixer platform, which is actually owned by Microsoft, and then they closed down. And then I branched over to Facebook, became partner on Facebook as well. Also have my Twitch account as well. So on every platform that I've been on, I've been pretty successful, and I've been able to make partnership on all of them. YouTube to me has always been the long game out of all the platforms that I've really been on. Because if you think about YouTube, YouTube been around forever, and while there's a lot of platforms that have shut down, that have gone away, YouTube has stood the test of time and just continued to just be there for content creators, or just be there for videos in general, right? Because YouTube is just a big old video depository of just videos, and people can make a living off of it. They can monetize their content. So YouTube to me was always a long game. At the end of the day, when I hung up this mic and I put this controller down, YouTube was where I wanted to end up at, right? But at the time, I thought YouTube was kind of impossible to become partner on, or impossible to monetize on, because the requirements were so hard. You see all these different content creators out here, and you just kind of be like, where do I fall? And in the earlier stages of YouTube, I can't say I really had a vision of what I really wanted to do on YouTube. But somehow in January 2025, I was like, hey, I'm going to take it serious. I'm gonna put all my efforts on there. I'm gonna do what rich black men do, and that is become partner on YouTube. So
Right.
when I made that video, it just seemed at the time that it was just another video. I was going through another act. I was just posting another video of something, saying something that I knew I wanted to do, but I didn't know that I was going to stick with it and finish it out. But luckily, I did this time.
All
Luckily, I
right.
did.
All right. So, we're gonna get into the whole YouTube partnership and the
Hmm.
requirements. So, with you, I'm not sure how many subscribers that you had, but there are two different tiers of partnership for YouTube. There's the
Right.
um, 500 subscribers with 3,000 watch hours, and then there's 1,000 subscribers with the 4,000 watch hours, right? So you are officially the, 1,000 subscribers with 4,000 watch hours. Like
Right.
I aspire to do that one day, right? So behind the scenes, right? Let's just think about what your mindset was, right? Let's talk about all the sweat and tears and exhaustion. Maybe not tears because you didn't cry about it. I can say that he did not cry about it. And like burnout is a thing. I remember
Hmm.
sometimes you would end your lives, you just be exhausted. And I'd be like, "What you doing?" You'd be like, "I'm gonna go lay down," because it's exhausting to talk to people, right?
Right.
So tell me, right? Which was the bigger mountain for you to climb? Was it the subscribers or the watch hours? I want to say that you already had for the first level, maybe the 500. You
Hmm.
had that going in January. So for you, what did you feel like the big, let's talk the numbers here. What was your biggest mountain to climb?
I would probably say both. I mean, a little disclaimer. I mean, going into January, remember I said I already had this page for quite a long time already. So I think in January I might have had like either 500 or 600 subs already or followers already on the channel, but I haven't really utilized the channel all that much. So I can't really say that they was active subscribers or whatever. But I would probably say both because when you've been on other platforms like a Facebook, like a Twitch, like a Mixer or X, which was Twitter, you become a name on those platforms, and then you want to try to introduce those individuals to a whole new platform. It is very difficult to get people to switch platforms and come watch you on a new platform because it's like, hey, now you want me to download a new app? Great, that's just what I wanted, a new app. They don't do it. It's hard to get people to cross from Facebook over to YouTube. So I had to figure out a way to ensure that I was able to get my Facebook people to come over to YouTube, or you just do what I did and just be like, I'm not worried about the Facebook people or any other platform people crossing over to YouTube. I'm just going to focus on YouTube. I'm going to focus on the ecosystem of YouTube and get everybody that's on that platform to follow me and to like my content and to enjoy my content. Because if you worry about other platforms, it's not going to work out, because in the back of your head, you're always going to be like, well, how come I got 30,000 on Facebook, but I only got 500 on YouTube? If my 30,000 came and watched me on YouTube, I already hit the numbers. But you got to look at it in the way that I do as far as ecosystems. Each platform has its own ecosystem. Ecosystem is people,
Ecosystem.
people within that app, people within that platform. So I focus on people that was just solely on YouTube. I would introduce myself to the YouTube community, new YouTube viewers, and then they was able to like my content and enjoy what I did. So focusing
Okay.
on just that ecosystem really helped me out. So, but I would probably say both, because you introducing yourself to a new platform, and they have to
Okay.
stay and like you and watch your content. So both, both.
Right. So you're focusing on both watch hours and subscribers, right? You introduced yourself,
Hmm.
and um I was kind of here with you. You were trying new things, different playlists,
Hmm.
podcasts. Like you were going through all the things to figure out. You were streaming, you were doing everything. So I'm gonna say that if you're watching this video and you've been following him, you'll notice that he had a turning point when he realized something was going to happen. So explain what your turning point was. So we're not gatekeeping here. You're just going to explain what your turning point was
I think the
when
most
you realized how you were going to get there. What did you notice?
Well, getting to that point as a content creator, I believe that you had to, like, you guys think that we have all the answers. You think we have we know how to get partnership. You think we know how to get monetization. I'm gonna give you the real answer. We don't. I ain't got no book. I ain't got the golden success on how to do this or that. I just kept throwing stuff out there. I just kept throwing videos out there. I kept throwing content ideas out there. I got a podcast. I got a siblings unscripted podcast with me and her. I got another podcast talking about the Cowboys. And I think if you've seen some of my videos, I got gaming content. I got behind the scenes content when I go on vacation. I got like 10 different things going on my page. So that's just
Right.
me throwing out stuff and seeing if it's gonna work and see if it's somebody gonna pick it up. Luckily for me, and not everybody can be like me, like the stuff that I put out actually worked. But if you watch my reels, if you watch my shorts, you see all kind of stuff coming out. Like that's just me throwing stuff up against the wall. And that's to say that if you have an idea, post it. If you have an like content thing, post it. Like just you don't know what's gonna hit. You don't know what's gonna pop. And I think you realize that as well and in your
Hmm.
content journey that you put out all this content and then finally something hit. But how many videos did you post before that one thing hit? A lot, right?
Right.
A lot. But to get
A
back to
lot.
your question, the turning point for me was looking at the requirements and deciding what path I was going to use to hit those goals and hit those requirements. And the path that I chose and the turning point that I chose was when I did my live stream and I changed the vertical format. I changed my format from horizontal to vertical, and bam, it just popped. I was like, all
Yep.
right, it's one day, one day, one day. We're not gonna look. It's okay. It pop every now and then we go. I go a second day vertical, third day vertical. Then here
Wow.
I am like a whole week going vertical, and my numbers are going crazy. At that point, that's when I knew I was going to be a vertical live streamer, and I was going to kill the goals, and I was going to hit my requirements and become YouTube partnership. Now again, it goes back to before I hit that vertical live stream, I was streaming horizontal every single day to no avail. But if it wasn't for me trying something new and adapting to something new that was working, I probably would have never became partner. That was
Right.
a turning
Right.
point.
And and it's funny that you say that, right? Because you have been doing the videos, the in real life content, and it
Mm-hmm.
was everything. And I think it was around June, July that you started the vertical, right?
Right.
Because and it was a journey. Like I said, there were plenty of things that you know work didn't work, some things flopped. So like you related to me, there are things that I thought that was going to do amazing. I
Mm-hmm.
posted it and it flopped. you
Right.
you did some things that you was like, this better do well. We posted it and it flopped. So it's the thing that you least expect that viewers want to see,
Right.
and then it just pops for you. And for you, it happened to be vertical live streaming, right?
Right.
So that was your niche. That's what people, and people wait for you to go online. You have the same schedule, and they
Mm-hmm.
and they wait for you at this point. And then I'm going to say you did something that I asked you to do, right? I said, you have a good following on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
but if they're true viewers and fans, what did I say they would do?
They would come over to YouTube.
And so we eased them in. So you started going, you were dual streaming, and then you would remove a stream from Facebook and you would only go on YouTube. And then you dual
Mm-hmm.
stream again. So now you're almost solely on YouTube. Do you think that mattered?
I don't think it really mattered too much. Only because, to your point, if they are true loyal followers, they will follow you no matter where you go. Like they really truly like your content, they will follow you wherever you go. And I think that has really been a staple in me coming over to YouTube is that no matter the platform, people still follow me. People still come to whatever platform that I'm on. I left Mixer, I left Twitch and went to Facebook. Some of those people came to Facebook, some didn't. And then I went from Facebook to YouTube, and some followed, some didn't. But I just continued to focus on the people that showed up for me every single day. Like if you're there for me, I'm gonna be there for you. I'm gonna go live and we're gonna rock out. But I do have to give credit to another content creator that actually helped me with the vertical live streams. She actually gave me a plug-in, and sometimes as a content creator over the years, I've made good friends as content creators, and I've partnered up with some people that are a little bit more successful than me, a little bit better than me, people who challenge me and people who make me think outside the box. And I like that I have a circle like that that is smarter than me because when we're able to get together and we're able to brainstorm, we get all kind of ideas. And this was kind of like her idea. And then she told me how she was able to do it and for me to incorporate it into my stream. So I got the OBS, I got the plug in, and bam, I tried it and it was successful and it worked. So I got to give her a shout out. Her name is I Am Candy Gaming. I think you could probably find her in one of my recommended channels. Good friend of mine, good content creator. She's amazing. She actually helped me with the vertical
Hmm.
live streams and get it. So shout out to her for
All
not
right.
gatekeeping because she could have
Yeah,
gatekeep this
kudos.
idea. She could
Kudos,
have.
kudos. And with all of that, so
Mm,
now here we are. I'm trying to do like a timeline. You realize what worked, right? Can you give the viewers how many hours you were putting in a week, between editing, filming, thumbnails? How much energy were you giving your content? And the reason why I say that is because I'm going to say something that has worked for you that you taught me, right? Being consistent is key. So tell the
mm.
people what you did. And I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the back. You can go ahead and tap the screen, give me my little pat on the back. I was in basically almost every stream he had. So the same way he was tired, I'm tired because the internet is crazy. And I learned
Right.
that too. So tell the people how much sweat you've been putting into this.
I mean, if you really want like a true timeline of, because to be honest, now that I've been partnered on YouTube and now that I came to YouTube, YouTube is my fourth platform. So I've got a little bit better. I got a little bit faster and gooder at making thumbnails, at editing my videos, at posting content, being consistent. But if I was to take it back to pre YouTube, when I used to live stream on Facebook Gaming in a total month, 120 hours in 1 month. And if you do the math, that's what, 40 a week, 40 hours a week. And I used to live stream
Maybe.
for 5 hours playing that video game. And on top of that, I still had my regular job that I was working as well, my regular 9 to 5. So I do my 9 to 5 and then I come back, get off at 4 o'clock. From 5 to 9, I'm live streaming for 5 hours straight. And then after that, I spend another 2 hours, 3 hours editing videos, doing thumbnails and stuff like that. So I was
All
sit
while having a family,
all while having a family, taking care of my kid, and content creation is a
vacationing.
sacrifice. Yeah, content creation is a sacrifice. I can't not say that enough. There's some times or occasions where I sacrifice birthdays, holidays, everything that you think you can sacrifice for. I did it in the name of content creation. Like, was I
Okay.
right or wrong? I was wrong in a lot of those cases, but hey, I chose content creation, and that was the sacrifice that I made. That was the decision that I made. And hey, I missed some things. I missed a lot of things on this content creation journey, but now I got faster, better, gooder at this YouTube thing and making thumbnails and gaming and stuff like that. I'd probably say outside of live streaming, what I stream 2 hours a day on YouTube, about
Two
five
hours
days a
a
week,
day.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's 10. So in a given week, I don't know, 15 to 20 hours, which is a lot less than what I used to do in the past, but about 15, 20 hours. And that's only because I've gotten better. I use my resources a little bit easier and I know what to do and I get in there and do it. But being consistent is definitely the key thing. Batch recording is one of my successful tools and one of my hacks. Just knocking it out, just being consistent. And burnout is real. You don't want to burn yourself out. I tell you all the time, like, I don't want you to get burnt out. You haven't experienced that yet, but there's been times where I feel like
A
you
little
should just
bit.
take a break. You should take a break. But on the road to success, you can experience burnout and you can experience a whole lot of different things. But I'll probably say now, maybe about 15 to 20 hours a week. If you are not at the stage of where I'm at, I'm pretty sure you're spending a lot more time. I know
Hmm.
we conversate a lot. You ask me how long it takes me to make it real. I say 5 minutes. You tell me it takes you 45 minutes.
Right.
But it takes time. You see my shirt?
Yeah.
My
So
shirt says greatness is a process. Being where I am
yeah,
today or just being successful in content creation, it's a process. And you got to do it for the right reasons.
correct. So it's a process. You gotta do it for the right reasons.
Mm,
And you know, I was watching your hours because I have access to your account. You were watching your hours. So the
mm,
first thing you do, you get up in the morning and you tap in and see where you at with it. All right. So now here we are. ta-da, confetti, everything. You make partner. How did that make you feel?
That made me feel accomplished because YouTube to me always was impossible to achieve. Like I always looked at requirements, I always looked at the numbers, I always looked at other content creators and I saw what their grind was, I saw what their hustle was, and I was like, I can't do that. For the first time in my content creation life, I actually had a doubt that I couldn't conquer a platform. And YouTube was one of them. Even during the process of me making my videos and doing all this stuff and not seeing the right views, not seeing people commenting on stuff, that kind of like disencouraged me a little bit. And like I said, when I made that video back in January, I'm thinking, hey, this is just another video. I'm just saying what I'm going to do, and we'll revisit this in about 4 5 months, and then I'll redo it again. Right? I'll make a whole nother video
Right.
and say, hey, I'm back on my YouTube grind, and then it'll go from there. But I stayed the course, stayed motivated, stayed determined that I was going to do it right this time and do it my way because as a content creator or just as a YouTuber in general, you can't really compare yourself to other channels. You got to stick with what you
Mm-hmm.
know and do it great. And if you do that, then you'll be fine. Don't look at numbers, don't look at the views, don't look at the comments, don't look at your analytics. Just post the content. It would take care of itself. If you do that, you'll
Okay.
be fine.
All right. So, here we are. You make partner. So, um, I was in it, but not in it. Walk, walk your viewers through. Once you make partners,
Mm.
what was the initial setup like? Setting up the partnership? Do you just flip a button? Do you click a button? Tell everybody what you actually had to do once you reached the goals and you got that email. What happened?
Well, once you get the email, you obviously got to apply for a partnership through YouTube, right? So, what they do is they look at your channel as a whole. They make sure you're following all the partnership guidelines as far as like, is your channel clean? Is it free from some of the different topics that YouTube don't want on their platform? Is it targeting a certain dynamic or some certain like kid like anything bad on your channel? YouTube probably don't want on their platform. They have a bunch of guidelines that you got to follow in order to get partnerships. So you apply, they scrub your channel, they make sure you don't have no copyright material on your channel, make sure it's all original, make sure it's following the music guidelines and stuff like that. So they just really scrub your channel. So if you have any type of policy violations, you probably want to make sure that you clear that up before you apply for partnership because they can deny it and then you have to wait 30 days or maybe 60 days. But before I did all that, before I hit that submit button, I went through all my videos. I made sure that there was no policy violations on any of them. I made sure that they was pretty clean. I actually deleted some content that I thought might have would have got me into trouble or something like that. Cause I think when I first started, I was playing Call of Duty, so I didn't really want any guns or anything like that on the channel to be reviewed, even though it was way outside the guideline of being like a year. But I scrubbed my channel. I just went through everything that I personally thought wasn't good. Or sometimes, when you look in the creator studio, it has like some sort of shorts policy or monetization violation, or your video could be blocked based on it having music. If it had any type of indicator, I removed the video. Or I went in there and I edited and I made sure I cleaned up what YouTube said was wrong about the video. So
Okay.
it's a very easy process. You just got to make sure that your channel is fairly clean of any type of violations or different things like that. So
Okay.
yeah,
So beyond just getting ads, people being able to send you super chats, I
right.
know that you put some emotes on you were able to do that. You set up the different tiers that you wanted people to
Mm-hmm.
have. I know you and I had a discussion like what's fair, what's not fair, and proud of you for really sticking to it. So like I know for your in order for people to play with you, they got to be a tier 2, or if they send over a huge super chat, you allow them to get a game. So kudos to you for actually following what you want to do, because if
Mm-hmm.
people think you're going to make exceptions, they always going to ask, right? So you
Right.
keep people from asking for those exceptions. So kudos to you. Um, but one other thing that I think people need to know, right? So when you
Mm.
make partner, what kind of new toys do you get in your YouTube studio?
That's kind of like the biggest myth a little bit because everybody believes that when you become partner, no matter the platform, and I've been partnered on multiple platforms, no matter the platform, when you make partner status, you get all these new fancy toys, you get all this access
Hmm.
and stuff like that. That's only half true a little bit, because if I was comparing to what you have and what I currently have, I mean, making partner, you obviously get emotes for your live streams. You obviously get the ability for people to make donations to your channel, and then you obviously get the
Hmm.
ability to have ads on your channel, and you be able to monetize. So monetization is something that is different from partners to non-partners. You also probably get like some new YouTube support as well if you ever needed some help. Someone hacked your page or you having issues with your page. Pretty sure you can reach out to YouTube support, and you get priority as far as help is concerned. But I mean, you get some new features here and there. You know, and nothing that's like
So one
groundbreaking.
thing that I notice is that your videos can't be hyped up unless you're a partner. So that's
Right.
what I noticed.
I mean, that was a new initiative that they had to introduce to YouTube. You might be fully correct on that. I haven't like fully tested it out a little bit, but I do
Oh,
notice.
I've been going to people's channels and I've been
Yeah,
noticing.
the hype feature is kind of nice. I mean, it's from 500 to like 500,000 subscribers or whatever. I wish that kind of was a non-partnership thing to where you
Feature.
can
Hmm.
utilize that as well, because I think it's important to hype up all videos, especially of the smaller content creators or the smaller channels, like to really get them out there. Because be honest with you, like we see channels that have a million something subs and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure I could probably find someone with less following than that do way better on their channel than someone who has a million subs. Like there's plenty of small content creators, and I hate to use the word small because small and that's just that very subjective, right? Small
Yeah.
versus large, good versus bad, success versus non-success. Because I know a lot of content creators that have less following than me, and they are truly amazing, and they truly make more money than partners, right? Because they
Right.
got a
Hmm.
banging, engaging community that takes care of them. And then here you go with
Right.
someone that has like a million followers, and they struggling to break the threshold of payment every single month. But you got this other
Right.
one with a lot less following, banging it out in a week.
So
So
you just said something that's pretty key that a lot of people don't really realize. Talk about the
mm,
little threshold of payment.
yeah, I mean, the threshold of payment, in order to get paid out by YouTube on a monthly basis, you do have to hit a certain threshold. Like you got to hit $100 in your monetization in order to get paid out. I mean, that's really not too much. I mean, obviously on other platforms it's a little bit less, but I mean, if you rocking, if you're a partnership, you got ad money, you posting videos, you being consistent, that $100 threshold should be nothing.
Okay.
It
Okay.
should be easy.
So, okay. So, you made partner, that's your new reality.
Hmm.
Um, so with that being your new reality, and you're on the other side of it now, so I say all the time in your chat, like Rich is a made man now. He's a made man. Um, do you feel any differently when doing your content, knowing that your performance on your content is tied to monetization? Like, do you feel any different?
I don't feel any different because I've always really been the same through the
Is
entire
it
process.
liberating?
I wouldn't say it's liberating because I'm really just continuing to be exactly who I always was before the money, and now I got the money, and even after the money, I'm still the same person, right? I'm not changing because I'm making more money. I'm not changing because hey, I got this money now. Maybe I'm gonna make less videos and stuff like that. If you do it because you really want to do it and you're happy doing it, nothing's really gonna change. Like I made partnership on this platform, made partnership on that platform, and I've always been the exact same no matter what I did. Some months I have good months, some months I have bad months, but you would never know that because my behavior and my tone and attitude doesn't change. You don't know when I'm
Right.
having a bad financial month, right? And you don't know when I'm having an
Mhm.
amazing financial month because I'm exactly the same no matter what,
Right.
right?
So, right. So since you've been partner, what was it like getting that first check from YouTube? Did it change any, or were you just grateful,
You
or
know what?
like what?
I love checks. I love revenue checks. So of course I was excited. Of course I was happy. Absolutely.
So
Like
excited.
because I think I told you this before. For me, it's always going to be when I'm doing this content creation thing. It's always going to be longevity and
Mhm.
additional revenue streams. Right. I'm always trying to
Right.
find different ways to continue to build up on the current revenue streams that I have. So I have Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
I got YouTube, I got Twitch, three, four different revenue streams that I got coming in on a monthly basis, in addition to what I already get paid by my regular job. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just always looking to make more money. So of course, who don't like money? Who don't like getting checks?
Right. Who don't like getting
Who don't
checks?
like getting
All
checks?
right. So you made partner back in August. It's now the end of October, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it what you expected?
Um, I would probably say yes and no, and maybe that's just because I've been through this before. Like I've been through
Mm-hmm.
partnerships way before I made YouTube, but making partnership on YouTube definitely is probably the most satisfying because I at one point in time I thought it would never could be done.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's up
And
there.
so with everything that's on your channel, I know that you're not only are you a gamer, you do like in real life stuff. We have our podcast, you have your podcast with your Cowboy Nation people.
Hmm.
And so you have a lot of content out there, right? And so just tell me, what's next for the Rich Black Man channel?
Whatever I throw out there and they stick.
So I know you have a lot of NFL content. You've been doing your picks every week.
Hmm.
Sometimes I have to get on you about that. But yeah, so if anybody, let's move to this, and then I'm gonna let you do a shout out at the very end. Some shout outs to your viewers. We're gonna wait for
Hmm.
that. But to anybody listening to this, and I've heard you rant about it and rave about it on your stream. I hear you say it all the time to me. Like, everybody is different content works for different people. I'm a gardener, you're a gamer, you're sometimes you dabble in other things, right?
Hmm.
So checking your analytics every day doesn't work for everybody. Some people may feel discouraged, right? But if somebody checks their analytics and it's just not working for them, right? What advice do you give those that are trying to dabble in content creation and get to where you are?
I would say don't be afraid to try something new, try something different, adapt to what maybe your community is telling you that they would like to see. But most
Mm-hmm.
importantly, don't give up. Just continue to post and post and post and post some more. Like, don't give up. If the analytics ain't where you want them to be, the viewership, the money ain't where you need to be, just go back in the lab and think of something different. Or go back and see where you was in the beginning of this process and see where you can kind
Mm-hmm.
of improve a little bit. Maybe in the beginning your video quality wasn't as good or your audio quality wasn't as good. Maybe look at trying to change that up and make it a little bit better, right?
Right.
So, and then see how that works. Once you change your audio, once you change your video, post more videos and see if that makes it a little bit better, because one of the most important things about YouTube or just videos in general is the video and the audio. Like you can have the most trashiest content ever, be the most terrible person ever, but if your video and your audio is on point, you're gonna be successful because that's what people tune in for. But I just say like just don't get discouraged. Just continue to post. The more discouraged you get, the more videos you need to drop.
Okay. Okay. So being consistent, don't be discouraged.
Right.
Um,
Get a schedule.
and
That's
and
another
get a
thing that we haven't
schedule.
really talked about. I've had the same schedule for the entire time that I've really been live streaming, really. So people ain't gotta wait for a notification, they ain't gotta wait for a phone call. You can just merely look at your watch and see that it's 4 o'clock and bam, you know Rich Black Man is live somewhere every
Right,
single day
right.
because I had the same schedule. But those are probably the two most important things. Get a schedule and just be consistent. Be
Right. So I
consistent.
was going to say that's one of the things that you taught me. So we have a schedule for some of the things that I do. And for me, having a schedule is key because I'm a little OCD-ish when I know that something's supposed to be happening.
Right.
And like sometimes you be like, Relax, Chaz. We're going to get it in there, right?" So like, you go live every day at 4 o'clock. I go live on the weekends every, Saturday and Sunday at 8 a.m. We know when my long video drops. It's consistent every single week. My viewers pretty much know what to expect. So like we've
Hmm.
had people who've commented to you in my streams like, "Man, y'all be on it." But it's because we're very scheduled people, right?
Yes.
And with that schedule, let's talk a little bit about the algorithm. What do you think about the algorithm? Because I just feel like you just never know.
The algorithm is something, again, you just got to go back and throw your content out there and hope it sticks or hope it blows up. Like, you got to feed the algorithm. Like, you should treat your
Mm-hmm.
content like your favorite TV show, right? Like, on Wednesdays you like to watch this particular show. That's exactly how you should treat your content, because that's exactly how your viewers are going to view your content, right? So if you treat your show and you produce it kind of like a TV show, on every Wednesday you got to drop an episode, because there's people that's going to be waiting for the episode to drop. And if you continue to do that and be consistent with it, it's going to fall into the algorithm. And then the algorithm is going to push it out a little bit more. They're going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And the more you post at that same time every single day, every single Wednesday, that's how you get yourself in the algorithm. But other than that, you just throw stuff out there and just hope it picks up. And whatever picks
Yeah,
up,
you see what sticks.
yeah, you see what sticks. And whatever sticks, you need to take a mental note and be like, okay, that worked. Let me do more
Let
of
me
that.
try it again.
And then you keep trying
Right.
and trying and trying until you figure out, hey, you have hit a niche. People want to see this type of content. People want to see these type of videos. Then that's when you continue to make more videos. And I know you keep bringing up everything that I have on my page, the Cowboy Podcast, our podcast, the Behind the Scenes podcast as well. Those are just 5 or 6 different things that I have on my page. And believe it or not, those are 5 or 6 different audiences that I have on my page. I don't expect my live stream people to watch Siblings Unscripted. I don't expect Siblings Unscripted people to come to my live streams. I only was able to identify those 5 or 6 different audiences by throwing stuff out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I threw this out here at the beginning of the year. People like this. So we had to continue doing
Yep.
this. I had
And it's
siblings.
certain things
Yeah.
that we do on Siblings Unscripted that we talk about. Certain episodes,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what we're talking about, like some of our favorite TV shows, like Married at First Sight or Love is
Right.
Blind. I go into your channel too to look, and I'm like, oh, they like it when we talk about this show. So
Right.
we make sure that we stay up to date, we discuss it. And it's like you said, you gotta see what sticks and what audience like what. And not for anything, a lot of people they just enjoy you and I's relationship, right?
Right.
They like that we can go back and forth with each other. They like that we tease each other. Like I told you, like with my stream, you can't not be in a stream because people like the interaction between the two of us.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just what it is. You gotta give your audience what they're asking for,
Yep.
right?
Yep. And that's just a prime
So,
example of me throwing stuff out there, hoping that it stick. And when it stuck,
hmm
I continue to do it. Like, I didn't know people was gonna like us sitting on the podcast. I didn't know people was gonna like Silver and Blue, Dallas Cowboy content. I didn't know that they was gonna like the live streams, my behind the scenes when we go on vacations. That do pretty well. Those are 4 to 5
it does.
different ecosystems or people or algorithms that I have on this one little page.
There you go. All right. So, anything else you want to say about your content creation, your partnership before we give out some shout outs here? So I'm giving the shout outs because I appreciate, I've been on your channel a lot. I kind of know a little bit of who's who.
Mhm.
Anything you want to say about this partnership thing before you do your shout outs?
I just want to say, I mean, it's not difficult. It's not impossible. You can do it. Like, if I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. If you really knew me, if you really knew all the hard work and all the different things, I'm really a slacker. I'm really a procrastinator at heart.
Yes, you are.
And if I
Yes, you
can
are.
do it, you can do it. Stick with it. Don't get discouraged. Post, 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 and post some more until something sticks. Listen to your community. Listen to constructive criticism, and just post. And be consistent. Being consistent, you can beat a whole lot of people in this content creation industry just by showing up.
Right.
Just by
Because I was
showing
gonna
up.
say you came from behind, and there's some content creators I seen out there that aren't at your level, but were
Right.
way ahead of you, and you just came from behind them and just was like, poof, like
Yeah.
it took off.
Yeah.
So, and
I'm
even
different.
some of the people you
I'm
compared
different.
yourself to or whatever, I'm looking at their numbers and I'm texting you like, yo, I think I could catch this person. But that's just my competitive nature.
Right.
Um, but okay, so
I'm just
not any
different. One more, I'm just
yeah.
different. And you can't be like me, but you can be like yourself. I mean, you see the hat, it says what, content creator, influencer, and then it says myself. Just be yourself, and I promise you, you would get a
Right.
whole lot further than you trying to compare yourself to former Chaz or Rich Black Man, because You can't out discipline me. My commitment is on a whole nother level. But that's not to say that your type of commitment or your ability will not be successful for you, because I'm pretty sure it will. Just don't compare yourself to others and
to
just be
other
yourself.
right,
Like, and show up.
100%.
Showing up is
Show up.
99% of it. Show up. I promise you, if you show up, you'll be fine.
Right. All right. So this is in no particular order because I don't want anybody to get offended, right? So you have some viewers that have followed you across platforms that I think in this particular segment of Siblings Unscripted, I think they deserve somewhat of a shout out. I've gotten to know some of them virtually. Um, so let's, round of applause here. And who are some of your biggest fans? And if he forgets anybody, charge it to his brain, not his heart. But go ahead and give some of your viewers a shout out.
That is huge, because you know I'm gonna forget some people, and you know it's gonna be some people that's gonna be in
That's
their
why I said
feelings.
charge it, don't charge it,
I'm
listen.
gonna try
Cause I can
to.
you want me to name some people? Cause I can name some people. That way they don't have to blame you.
You have
I
been
can
in,
name
yeah,
people
you
who
have been in my Facebook streams and my YouTube streams. So you let the people know who have come over from Facebook or come over to YouTube, or just people in general that you know show up every single day.
So if we're talking about your live stream, right? We're talking about your live stream, even people who support me from
Mm-hmm.
your live stream. And I think it's because at two, they like our relationship. They tell on you to me. I come into the stream and they be like, Rich cussing. I be like, is he now? So let's just get with it, right?
Wait, wait,
So
wait,
one of the
wait, wait.
people who
Before you go there, let me give a huge shout out to a lot of my content creator friends, because I would not even be where I am today if it
go
wasn't
ahead.
for them. So I'm going to start out with obviously Shot by Buddha. He's a good content creator. Make sure you go follow him. I'm also going to give a shout out to my girl, Mrs. Fun Size, Ikea Turner. I don't know if she's going to listen to this, but she's had a big impact on my content creator. She was one that I started watching years ago. My man
Hmm.
DDS618. I am Candy gaming as well. Like I said, these are people that I looked up to when I first got into the space. So they set great examples on what it was to become a content creator. So I'm just gonna start out there. If I forgot other content creators, I'm sorry, but those names just stick out to me because even to this day, I still
Okay.
interact with a few of them as well. So they still help me out, and
Yeah. So
I
you
just want to
named
thank you
some of the
guys.
people that I was gonna name, right? So you did name some of the people and they do cross streams. They, come across to my stream as well, some of them. And let's just say, it's Sunny D.
Mm,
She's very
see,
consistent,
see,
right? So it's Sunny
I'm
D, and
sorry,
I think
Sonny.
that she
Damn, see, that was one of them.
and Statman comes into my stream as well as yours, right? So I feel like he has cross streams and he's seems like he's always been there to support you. And my man, Montana Max, is there all the time with his recaps. Let's not forget Panda is always there. Panda be like one of the first people in the streams. And so for me, those are some of the names. You already
Mm-hmm.
named Buddha. Those are just some of the names. And like, believe it or not, if they have a YouTube channel like Sunny D and like some of these other people, because they support you, support them. And
Right.
I just feel like it's for me to see the people show up for you, it means a lot.
Yeah, let me also
So
add
like I said,
ESPN Pinky to that list as well. He's a
yeah,
big Packers fan.
Pinky for
He
sure,
came
for
over, he
sure.
crossed over. My man Nescott also crossed over. Chronic fan crosses over as well. There's a lot of content creators that come from
It's a
Facebook.
lot of people who cross
So
over, but those are just names that I see like
yeah,
consistently on a daily basis. They're
yeah.
always there. And even yesterday, what's his name? Lego or whatever his name is, he is there a lot too. So it's just like you see these people and you see them supporting all the time, and like from
Right.
time to time I'll see them like comment on some of my stuff and I'd be like, isn't this your person? And you'd be like, yeah, he supports you too. So like, I appreciate them for supporting you through your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Again, brother, congratulations, you did it. And now it's time to get me over that goal. Pop, 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 pop. My birthday coming up, and that's one of my birthday
You've
gifts
got
to
lucky
myself is to
because
just
as my sister and as the second coming of this YouTube partner, you get to bypass a lot of the struggles that I experienced
facts.
coming up.
Facts.
So sometimes when you be like yada yada yada, I'd be like, look, you're so selfish and spoiled and stubborn, because I suffered through everything that you think is an issue, and I'm over here helping you out, like masking a lot of the problems that you think you have, just so you don't
Right.
have to go through it. So you lucky. But you know what? You my greatest.
100%,
Yeah.
100%,
Okay.
100%. Because like I said, when I was sitting here watching you go through some of the things and
Mm-hmm.
like when you hit that 3,000 mark, I think I said it one time. I said, you know what? Feel like my content might suffer with this comment that I'm about to make. I said, but said, brother, you got the 3,000. We got to push it hard. You gonna hit that 4,000. And if
Right.
it means I gotta sit on these streams with you to make sure the internet don't go crazy because there are haters in those comments. The internet is undefeated on a lot of days. So, moderators are important because the internet is undefeated.
Yeah.
And not I didn't suffer, but I was there with you along the way. And it was just for me amazing to see you hit those goals and how happy it made you. So like, when
Gang, gang,
I'm
gang, gang,
getting to the
gang.
different parts and now you wake up and you like, I'm so excited for you because I'm so close.
Yeah.
Um,
You kind of like
it's
where
just
I was when I hit that 2K. What did I do? I went live streaming every single day for a
every
full month
day. Yeah,
until I hit that
yeah,
number.
every day.
I took it
Every
to a
day.
whole
So I
nother
can't
level.
live stream as much as you, but you was on it and I was just like, yo, you just got to
Tour
keep
days,
pushing.
tour days, right? I was
Yeah,
doing tour
on the
days
weekends it
on the
was 2
weekend, two
days.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I'm extremely proud of you. That's my big bro. When I, you know what though? When I talk about you to other people, I be like, yo, my
Mm-hmm.
brother, a partner across multiple platforms. He's a made man. Okay. So he's a
Hey,
made man. So congratulations, brother. I
thank you.
hope this podcast episode does really well, and I hope people learn something. Okay, so maybe we'll do another one because I have different reactions than what you had on making partners. So maybe later down the line we'll do one with me. After my goals are done. But
We will. You're
congratulations
you're
again.
close. Like I said, I wake up before I go to the gym at 4:30 in the morning. And first thing I do, pick up my phone, look at the YouTube app to see how close you are to hitting your partnership goal. But I cannot wait until you hit your partnership goal. I've helped a lot of people in this industry become who they are today, but you will be my biggest success because I think I told you about YouTube before COVID. I was like, sis, you
Years
should get
ago.
you should get you a YouTube channel with this gardening stuff, and you'll blow up. And you didn't listen to me. And then what? June of 2025
Yeah,
is when
June,
you
the end of
started,
June or the beginning of June of this year is when I first started. So like
right?
people don't understand, like I've been gardening for a minute, right? So I've been
Right.
gardening for a long time, but it wasn't until this year that I started like the YouTube journey. So a lot of gardeners when they see me, they just like, "Oh man, I thought you've been here for a minute." No,
Nope.
I just started in June
Yep.
and it's happening fast for me. So and you keep saying like, yo, your success is happening way faster than mine. So like I said, I have a great teacher, got a great content creator mentor.
Ooh, who
I
is
do
that?
look at like other
Ooh,
people's
who is that?
channels. Let me not give you a big head, but
Ooh.
I do look at other people's channels and we give
Mm-hmm.
each other ideas about what to do for my channel. And for the most part when I have ideas, you're like very much impressed when I be like, hey, I want to try this and it works. It works. So,
Yeah,
you're a good
I
component
try to
of
like let you keep your creative ideas and have you go through the trials and tribulations of them. Where or not I think it's
mhm,
a good idea or not, I'd be like, yeah, go for it. So you can see exactly the pain
mhm.
process and you can see what it's like to throw something out there and see where or not it sticks or not. So I try not to intervene too much with anything that you come to me and be like, hey, you want to try this? You want to do this? Or I want to make a video about that. What I tell you, do it.
Do it.
Do it. I
Do
don't
it.
stand in your way.
So, but this is not about me. This is all about you. And
Right.
yeah, so if anybody, make sure if you're watching this for the first time, you go in and you subscribe to Rich Black Man. He is a great content creator, not only a gamer, just in general. He's a good person. All right.
Hmm.
So, yeah, there we go. We
Can
did
can
it.
you say that one more time about your big brother? Like that sounded good. I don't,
No,
I think my
not
mic
giving you
was
any
cutting
more of a
out.
big head.
The mic was
Nah,
cutting
not
out. I
giving
don't
you
think it
any more of a
captured that.
big head.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
great content creator, great person. Good job, brother.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you sticking with me throughout this journey. You was in my live streams. You was moderating. Like you was there every single day that I was live streaming, and like you've been by my side the whole time. So I appreciate you being a supportive sister that you've been throughout this journey, and I cannot wait till you hit your numbers, and then we can do this again. But overall, it's been great being a YouTube partner. I'm glad I was able to be determined and be consistent from that January video into August, because I made partnership fairly quick compared to
Yeah.
the timetable of some other people. But it is hard. Don't
Mm-hmm.
take it for granted. This
Don't sleep. It's
is
extremely
hard.
hard.
It's hard.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
But
extremely hard.
I promise you, if you be consistent and you just show up, you will hit it. You'll do fine. But that would be my advice is show up.
All
Show up
right.
and show out.
That's right.
But that's Siblings Unscripted, man. My YouTube partnership journey, my YouTube just journey in general started in January 2025. Make sure you go back and watch that video and compare it to what I have done over the couple of months of my page. Real quick, I introduced two new podcasts. I said I was going to do that, Siblings and Silver and Blue. I said I was going to hit partnership. I said I was going to hit 1,000 subs and I was going to hit the watch hours. So that's like 4 things that I think I said in that video that I accomplished fairly early. As far as what's
Mm-hmm.
next, I don't know. It's whatever I wake up and think of at 2 a.m. in the morning and be like, hey, I got to post that. And then it'll get posted.
Yep.
But overall, just continue to be myself, continue to come up with new things, continue to come up with new ways to engage with you guys. So that's what's next. That's what's next.
All right.
So
That's what's next.
subscribe to the channel, turn on your bell icon, and we'll catch you guys on the next Siblings Unscripted episode.
Peace.